Welcome back to grammar. So yesterday you guys compared using forms of the word good. Today you're going to be comparing with forms of the word bad. So our first bullet point is just like yesterday's. Good and bad have irregular comparative and superlative forms. Use worst to compare two people, places, or things. Use worst to compare more than two people, places, or things. So let's look at some of our questions for the day. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So number one, or your directions, say read each sentence, choose which word in parentheses best completes the sentence, and then write your answer on the line provided. So number one says, I've got some bad, worst news, my brother said. So I have to choose which word am I going to use, bad or worst. Bad, we use when we're not comparing it to anything. We know worse, you're comparing to. Worst, you're comparing more than two. So bad is just like your standard, like you're not comparing it to anything. So I've got some bad or worst news, my brother said. Well, we're not comparing this news to any other news. You're just saying, I've got some pretty bad news. So here, because we're not comparing it to anything, we would choose bad. So you'd come over here and type your answer in. Because that one was pretty simple. They're all kind of simple, hopefully. I'll do number two. It says your favorite band just put out their worst song ever. Okay. We know worst is you're comparing two things, worst, two or more things. That word ever at the end of the sentence right here, that's a big hint. You're comparing this one song to all the other songs this band has ever made. So that's a lot more than two. So here we would choose worst. Your favorite band just put out their worst song ever. Again, we can practice the skill of putting both words in and seeing which one sounds more correct. Usually in grammar, what sounds right typically is right. Your favorite band just put out their worst song ever, or your favorite band just put out their worst song ever. Worst sounds correct, and we know it is because you're comparing that one song to all the other songs they have ever made. So you would type in worst. And that is your grammar for today.